Aaron Gillespie here, along with head coach Jake McKinley, week 3 of the Coaches Show. You picked up a pair of wins last weekend over a much-improved Simpson squad, your first doubleheader sweep of the season. Kind of a rainy, wet day, schedule change. The guys played through it, got a pair of wins. What did you take away from last weekend?
I think, we found out sort of what we're made of. Like you said, they're much, much better. And, we had to face adversity in both of those games. I mean, obviously the field conditions were less than ideal. And our guys did a nice job. We had practiced throwing some wet balls last week, and we didn't really throw the ball around at any point in the series. So that was great. I think it just kind of shows we've got a pretty mature group that's talented and that's hungry. And we kind of took from it that we can go into any condition against anybody and hold our own. So overall, it was a very positive weekend for us.
Sure. And it was kind of a tale of two games. You had one game where you had a big lead for much of the game, had a little bit of a cushion, and then you played a one-run game nearly the entire way in game 2. Do you kind of see that as a good sign of things to come, especially this early in the season?
Yeah, absolutely. Because anytime you go play another team, you have different styles of baseball. I mean, we're going to Hawaii this week, and I know we'll touch on it here shortly, but they play a much different style of baseball. And, in regards to what we saw last year, they do the little things extremely well, and they play small ball really well. So it kind of just showed us that we can be in any game. If it's a pitching duel, I think we've got the guys in the mound to keep us right there. And if it turns into a bit of a slugfest, we have the offense to keep the pace. So, early in the season when you can play in a high-scoring game that's close and a low-scoring game that's close, I think it prepares you for a lot of different scenarios you're going to face as the year goes on.
Sure. And absolutely. And part of that first game, you got some great work out of the bullpen from Skylar Fuss. He came on and got out of a tough situation, and then gave you, I think, 4 solid innings, ended up picking up the win.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and he's just one of those guys you can put him in any role, and he's going to be really good. I mean, we've kicked around the idea of him starting, but he's just been so valuable in that bullpen role where he's closed, he's done long relief, he's kind of worked as a bridge guy at times, and that was just a prime example of the depth we were able to get in here. Simpson was really the first team that's figured out Thomas Cox, and to have a guy like Skylar that can go in and throw in the upper 80s and throw strikes and be competitive is a huge luxury to have out of your bullpen.
Absolutely. So looking forward, exciting trip to Hawaii coming up, leaving tomorrow morning. 5-game set against Hilo. What do you look for out of the series and out of the experience?
I mean, overall, we want to go out there, we want to play well, and we want to have fun. I mean, it's pretty awesome, and it kind of shows how far the program's come that we're getting to make this trip out to Hawaii and play a very good team. But for us, from a baseball standpoint, it's just imperative that we take care of the ball. We don't try to do too much. I think the ballpark there is going to play a little bit big, a little pitcher friendly. So we got to be sure that we stick to our approach offensively, and don't let the park change the way we do things. And then in addition to that, it's just imperative that we play clean, because they're not the kind of team that's going to beat themselves. They're very fundamentally sound, and we got to take that into consideration. But overall, it's going to be a fun trip for our guys, and one that hopefully we can go win the series.
And finally, to finish off, we'll continue our series highlighting senior players. Can you tell me a little bit about senior Ryan Coonan?
Yeah, Ryan Coonan's, he's a man of many talents, I guess I could say. I think he plays 6 or 7 musical instruments. I don't really know. But as a player, he's very, very dynamic in the sense that he's probably, one of our top 2 outfielders defensively. You can put him anywhere in center field. He covers a tremendous amount of ground. Offensively, he'll give you a good at-bat from either side of the plate. And on the mound, we really haven't had a chance to use him much yet, but I think he's going to be a huge piece of the puzzle from a pitching standpoint for us. So, Ryan's the kind of guy that any coach wants to have, because you can really use him in any role, and he's going to be good. And then on top of that, the personality is exactly what you want. He's laid back. He loosens other guys up, just the ultimate program guy.
Great. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.